Yeah, he needs to restart his PS4, I know. So it might be rating if you're listening to the stream. Just you can join the second evening split because there is room in there. We're going to continue with qualifying. We're going to go on board with Rats now, and I'm going to take you on a lap of... No, I don't want to do that. I want to do that. A lap of Brands Hatch Indy if you've not seen this already today. So you're going to brake around the one board there. Keep it in fourth gear. Lovely entrance there. You want to keep the speed up. Around 80 mile an hour on the dip there. Just a bit under there for Rats. So struggling a little bit as we head up here. Again, the one board brake. Turn in third gear. Try and keep momentum here as we continue on round now. And down here, just before the curb starts, you want to brake. Third gear again. Chuck it in. Good apex speed there. 59, 60 miles an hour is exactly what you want there, as Rats has shown us, as we now head up here. This is the end of Sector 2. We're going to head towards Sector 3. It's flat out this left, and then it's all about which line you take for the right-hander here. Now, Rats going for the full time trial line. Doesn't hit the apex, though, so has actually lost out there, but is now going to head towards the line to see what kind of lap time Rats gets. And then I quickly need to type to Martin B Racing when it's convenient for everybody. So a 102.8 at the moment for Rats. A Grusa, a 103.3. We saw Din in the practice lap, he was in the 101s. A Kenny, a 102.4 there for Kenny. The Coops, 103.1. Murray Moles, a 102.5 up into P2 at the moment. Vagabonds had an atrocious lap. So is Team Inter and Chewy. And then we've got the final driver about to cross, which is Din in a 102.3. Straight into pole position there for Din. Right, let me just type to Martin quickly. Your router and PS4. Hopefully that doesn't distract anybody too much. But let's actually... Oh, Din is up here. Din is up. Oh, he's down now. He's going to be down after that one. Definitely going to be down. So Kenny got a slipstream? Kenny doesn't have a slipstream here. So let's see what happens as they head towards the start-finish line again. Any improvements in lap time? A Grusa, a 103.3. A bit more of an improvement there. Kenny, a 102.0. Kenny in pole position at the moment. So we're going to have to see what Din is going to do here. Let's jump with Din as Vagabond improves to a 103.5. Chewy, a 102.6 there, up into P4. The Team Inter, a 106 for now. But Din does not improve. Din, I think, needs a little bit of slipstream. He can catch up to the next pack. But it's Kenny. Unfortunately, Martin B Racing, we can't restart quality again. So the best bet would, you can join the feature race, of course. And you'll just get the points for P10 in the sprint race. Oh, Grusa just dies out the way there of Kenny. So Kenny is not on to improve at the moment, although will have slipstream going onto the straight. So maybe he can use that to his advantage here. Good evening there, Hamza. Welcome to Mini Madness once again. As Kenny's looking for that slipstream. So going to have one final lap here, everybody. Rats doesn't improve. Kenny doesn't improve, but we're going to have slipstream on the last lap. Apparently it's raining in Kenny's world. Oh, Murray Moles! Murray Moles into pole position in the Batmobile there. A 101.8. I believe that's actually the fastest lap today. A 101.8. So Murray Moles, what a brilliant effort there. And he looks very happy with that. He's not doing any more with that. Let's jump with Kenny, because Kenny is the one with the slipstream at the moment. Leaves that corner. Just equal with his previous time at the moment. Let's see what happens. Oh, he's going to run extremely wide here as it continues on. Now, is he going to be up? But Murray Moles, a 101.8. Fair play to Murray Moles out of nowhere. Just pulls out the perfect lap, but Kenny is up at the moment, but only blue. It isn't purple. Into the right-hander we go. Is he going to get a bit more slipstream? He's got 2 attempts to try and pick up somewhere, but I don't think he's going to do it here. He's running a little bit wide there on the exit as they head towards the start-finish line for a final time. Is Kenny going to jump ahead of Murray Moles? He needs an absolute stonker of a finish here. Is he going to do it? He doesn't, but Rats does improve to P4, 102.5 there. Further back, we got the Coops, a 102.9. Grusa doesn't improve. Let's jump to Chewy. Chewy's finished. And who else is set to come across? We've got Vagabond and Din, a 102.26 there. Does improve, but not enough. Somebody else is about to cross the line. Team into 51 doesn't improve there. Let me just type to Martin. Right, okay, so Murray is your pulse. A 101.8. Oh, look at this. Showboating across the line. We just got it. Start watching the intro. Oh, finished off that brew. Let's get ready for a fantastic sprint race, which is about to begin. Murray Moles, the Batmobile, a 101.8. What an effort that is. Look at the flames coming off those rear wheels. I know it's front wheel drive. So let's get ready for this. We have 9 drivers at the moment, just with Martin B having a little bit of issue there. Hopefully he can get in for the feature race. But Murray Moles starting on pole from Kenny, Din, Rats, Chewy, Team Inted, Coops, Agrusa and Vagabond. 9 drivers in this sprint race. Who is going to get the 25 points as we get ready for the start of the race? Remember, it's on a hill. All the cars will go right as we wait for the lights to go out. And there we go. And it looks like Murray's had a good start here, as has Kenny. Looks like Rats has had a really good start there in P4. Already looking to try and make moves up into P3 already. Rats, the Narnia machine with that boost. He's working out well. He doesn't really have a boost. But Din down the inside here. A little bit of contact between the 2 Irish competitors. But it's all very clean there. And Kenny looks like he's got the move done on Murray Moles. Into Druids. Look at that, what a move. Had it set up at paddock, got a better run through there, and Kenny gets into the lead. Murray Moles in P2. It looks like Chewy's made a bit of moves there. Rats is back down to P5 now. So Mr. Bean machine coming through. And look at this. Line astern, guys. You love that line. Line astern. And it's Kenny leading the way at the moment. Whole train of cars further back. Mr. Bean looking to try and make moves there. And right at the back at the moment, it looks like Vagabond is trying to make moves in the Dragon machine. And round the round we go. Din runs a little bit wide here. Chewy staying very tight. Potentially going to get up into P3. May have slipstream towards the end of the start-finish straight. We'll wait and see, because Din's going to have to give a little bit of space here if there is an overlap. Let's wait and see as they head towards the line. Kenny goes to the left, as does Murray Moles. And Din keeps that position for now, with the Coots looking to make moves on Rats as well. In the Jaffa Cake machine, into the right-hander of paddock we go. And the Coots gets it done and dusted. Through there we go, and heading up the hill once again. It looks like someone's about to make a move there. It's Rats on the Coops once again. Down in towards Druids on the inside. Gets it done in the Narnia machine. It's Narnia versus Jaffa Cakes. It's like a dream that is happening here. And Narnia gets it done at the moment. Oh, no, he doesn't. Jaffa Cakes comes back into the left-hander. And look at that. Lovely bit of racing there between these drivers. Let's jump to the front battle now. Kenny, half a second up on Murray Moles, but Murray Moles will of course have the slipstream, which is on weak. We've got Din in there as well, and Chewy. Kenny looking to try and get on the podium in the championship at the moment. The Coops leading this train of cars. It looked like somebody ran a little bit wide there, but everyone seems to be in the mix. And 2 by 2 they go further back. Team into 51 leading that train of cars there. Look at that. Absolute epic action further back here between these competitors. And who is going to have the opportunity to overtake everybody? Because I feel if you can set them up at Paddock Hill for Druids, you'll get a few positions, that is for sure. Oh, a couple of people run wide there. That is exactly what I meant. It looks like a Grease is going to try and get the move done, as well as Rats. And Rats on the inside of Team into 51. Rats has gone backwards a little bit here. And there's a penalty for Murray Moles as well. Not sure what that is. It'll be a little bit of a cut somewhere. It should disappear throughout the race. Team into 51 still leading this pack of cars here. Rats just nudged out wide slightly there. And losing out. And 3 wide now. 3 wide into the left-hander. This doesn't work out well at all. As you can tell, a little bit of contact. But Rats manages to keep it on circuit. Fair play. And Vagabond up into P7 now. Great move there by Vagabond. So there's a battle here for P3 between Din and Chewy. It's Ireland versus the United Kingdom. Let's see what happens. And you can see everyone fighting for those positions. Extra points really do matter. You saw that in the championship standings. Let's see if anyone... Oh, Agrusa, where are you going there, mate? You don't want to be on the grass entry in paddock, because that's exactly what happens. But they're still line astern up ahead, except this battle at the back, where they're 2, 3 wide. Into Druids we go. And Vagabond on the inside of Agrusa there. A little bit of contact, but they all survive. And line astern into Graham Hill we go. And Kenny is commanding this race at the moment. He really is. Nobody is really keeping up here. They've just got the slipstream, which is letting them hang on to Kenny. But Kenny looks like he's dominating this at the moment. We saw some cracking pace from drivers, so potentially there is some fighting still to come. We'll have to wait and see. Chewy looks quite feisty at the moment. And further back, we still have this crazy battle between these 4 drivers. Rats, Vagabond, Team Inter and Agrusa. They are constantly side by side here. Look at this. They're going 2 wide, 3 wide. Reminds me back of round 1 when we went 5 or 6 wide down the start-finish straight. Absolutely insane. But line astern into turn 1, except at the back. A little bit of contact between Vagabond and Team Minter 51. And Team Minter 51 at the moment is the one that loses out a little bit here. But Agrusa on the inside of Vagabond heading towards Druids. Gets it done there. Agrusa back up into P7. Vagabond looks like he's about to lose out to Team Minter 51. But going to have the inside for Graham Hill bend. Let's see what happens. Vagabond, oh, a little bit of contact there between Vagabond and Agrusa in Alabama. 2 wide into Graham Hill is never good. Let's jump to P2. It looks like there's a battle going on here between Din and Murray Moles, as Kenny is still leading the way here by half a second. It's just led from start to finish at this moment in time. That half second gap staying as it is. But round they go. They're going to head towards the line here. And oh, it looks like somebody's ran a little bit wide there at the end. It looks like Din ran a little bit wide here. Going to lose out potentially on 1 or 2 positions as Chewy passes him. Is DeCoop's going to get past as well? And Kenny wins. Murray Moles from Chewy. Din just gets it from DeCoop's. Rats, Team Inter 51. Agrusa, then Vagabond. That is a first race. That's a very quick race time as well by Kenny. So really showing some dominance there, did Kenny. Very clean race that as well. So shout out to all the drivers with that one. Very good race to start off with this evening. And we will begin the feature race very, very shortly. So that's about to be racing. That's Vagabond, then Agrusa, then Team Inter, then Rats, the Coops, Din, Chewy, Murray Moles, and then Kenny. The grid is settled perfectly. We get ready for the feature race here in Mini Madness Evening Split 1. So we wait for the green lights. Hopefully Martin B Racing does set off and we have a fantastic race here as we get ready. No! He's stuck on the grid. Oh, no, there's a little bit of carnage there. Oh, Murray Moles has lost out big style. I did give the warning beforehand, and I think it was between Vagabond and Martin B Racing. Their connections doesn't seem to be flying here. But 3 wide down Paddock Hill we go, and it looks like somebody's in the gravel there. That looks like Vagabond's gone straight in the gravel, but Agrusa leading the way here from the Jaffa Cake machine of the Coops. Rats is in there as well, and Din as well. Kenny's already up to P4. Wow, look at the moves Kenny's made. Vagabond has completely gone to Narnia there. It's very frustrating to see because we did get Martin B Racing working, but it's still not worked. So we continue on all the same. We have Agrusa, the Coops, Rats, Din. They're your top 4 at the moment. Kenny's actually got dropped back down to P6 here. So Din's made some serious moves here. As has the Coops there on the inside of Agrusa. And Agrusa's lost out big style here. Chewy's now down the inside of Agrusa as well. And Kenny looking to get the move done as well. Agrusa dropping all the way back here. We'll try and have a look at what happened with that move in a little while. But the Coops having to defend from Rats. Now Rats down the outside. It looks like that Narnia machine does have nitrous here. Into the right hander of Paddock Hill. And Rats gets it done there into P1. And you can see that weight transfer in the minis. Right, let's see if we can have a look at what happened with the Coops and Agrusa here. So we've got Jaffa Cake's machine and the Dale machine up ahead. So that looks like, oh, I think Agrusa just turned in as the Coops was there, and that didn't look actually that bad in the grand scheme of it. So yeah, I think Agrusa just turned in while the Coops was there, I'm afraid. So it looks like Rats Din there side by side as he's chewing the Coops here. Kenny's in the mix as well. A little bit side by side contact. 3 wide into the right hander at the last corner. Kenny's looking to gain 3 positions. 1 corner, potentially even another one here, as he's going to have the slipstream of Rats here as they go down the start finish straight. Kenny into P3. Rats leading the way in the Narnia machine. Look at that line astern there. People jostling for positions. Towards Paddock Hill we go. And it's Rats from the Coops. Kenny in P3. Chewy P4. Din P5. Murray Moles going for the full sideways drift. Nice seeing Murray Moles back in the fight there after the incident at the start of the race. It could have been lag as well. Oh my word, 3 wide there. Chewy and Druids. My word, what is going on there? Chewy trying to get the move done here. Kenny down the inside of Graham Hill. 3 wide into Graham. Does not go. It does not go. And there's the answer to that. Din has gone to Narnia. Fortunately for Din, there's only 9 drivers in this, so he should be able to get himself back in the mix. But yes, Kenny up into P2 now. We'll try and have a look at that instant. Actually, we'll try and have a look at that instant right now. So what actually happened to make it go 3 wide here? So Kenny has an okay run there, and the Coops then goes to the inside. Oh no, no, no! I pressed the wrong button. No, no, no! And I think Kenny was about to make a move here as well. Right, let's have a look and have a good look at what happened here. So Chewy got on the inside here as well. That's how it went 3 wide. Chewy's on the inside. And that was the end of that. Right, let's jump to the race now, because I believe Kenny was about to make a move. Indeed, he was. Sorry, guys, we completely missed it. Kenny has made the move on Rats here. Up into P1. Rats down into P2. The Coops in P3. We'll see if we can catch on the replay. Murray Moles is now in P3 there in the Batmobile. Mr. Bean in the background there as well. And they're fighting here. The Coops and Murray Moles. Into the left-hander we go. I'm getting... Well, I'm becoming a really bad director, having missing that action. I could see it coming as well. I really should have cut back to it. But even so, Kenny leads away from Rat, the Coops, and Murray Moles. And further back, we've got that 4-way battle that we saw earlier on. Din is in that now as well. Vagabond's in there as well. So everybody is on your screen at the moment, which is good to see. It means we can have some fantastic close racing as we go on to lap number 5 here. And the line astern there, but further back they're not. Din trying to make moves on the Grusa here. As they go down paddock. Oh, Din is in the gravel. That's not the best place to be. And potentially going to lose some positions here. Team into 51 on the inside. Looking to take full advantage of that. And does it indeed. Din down to P8 now. And Chewy leading that mid-pack. Potentially a little bit of contact there between a Grusa and Chewy, but they all survive. Let's jump to that lead battle here. The Coops and Murray Moles. Yeah, very close here. Obviously, Murray Moles was your pole sitter for the sprint race. Looking to try and get a move done down the inside. Looking to try and get it done. A little bit of a dive there. A little bit of contact, but they both survive. And Murray Moles up into P3. And further back, Din is up into P6 as well. Right, let's see if we can see what happened here with Kenny. He's already got the move done, basically. Into paddock kill Kenny went. And yeah, that's how Kenny got into the lead. Nice and easy there for Kenny. Let's actually jump back to the racing action here. And Din is down into... oh no, sorry, I was looking at somebody else there. Must have been... no, it can't be Rats. Who did I see? I saw an Irish flag in the background and it said 9 on it. Never mind. I'm seeing things now as well as talking nonsense. Through Graham Hill we go. Line astern, everybody here. And Kenny once again leading the way. Looking for those maximum points. This could put Kenny on to the podium of the championship with a max results. We'll have to wait and see. Let's jump further back here because there's all sorts of action going on here. Chewy Agrusa on team into 51 actually. Gets the move done there. Lovely move through that complex of corners. Up into P7. Din chasing down Mr. Bean there. We have the Jaffa Cakes machine. Let's see what happens as we head towards paddock. Any movers and shakers? Not at the moment. Team into 51 trying to go around the outside of paddock kill. Oh, the Coops has had an absolute stonker. Oh no, and stonker in a bad way. He was drifting all over the place, and the Coops has dropped a lot of positions. That's upped the game for people here. Agrusa up into P6, potentially up to P5 now. Agrusa is the mover here. And Murray Moles keeps that position for now. A little bit of contact there. A little bit of contact has actually allowed Agrusa to go through. There is a penalty system in place if people want to report drivers, but it's up to them. 3 wide into the left here. Oh, there's contact. Big contact. Murray Moles is going to come back on the circuit surely here. Oh, just survives, but Agrusa has gone off to Narnia there. We need to calm it down here a little bit, guys. Let's jump towards the leaders now. So Kenny 9 tenths ahead of Rats. The fight for third place still continuing here. Chewy and Din. And look at Din. Din is literally stuck to the rear bumper of that car. It's a good job we have the Narnia machine in this, but the Narnia machine's in P2 at the moment. Oh, somebody's just gone wide there. That looked like Vagabond. Was in P5. Going to drop all the way down. A very safe entry, though. And the Greaser takes a avoiding action at the end there. Oh, I do feel for Vagabond there. It was up to P5 at one point. And, yes, going to have to do all that work again. But Chewy broke a little bit away there from Din. And Kenny is really putting a stab at... Oh, team into 51. Off to Narnia. He goes, and that puts the Coops back up into P5. Morimel's trying to follow into P6. There we go. That move is done and dusted, and Team into 51 are going to have to fall in behind for now. We follow Morimel's, looking to try and get a better line through that corner. It's quite a nice corner, this, because you can take many lines, as you're seeing here, and they don't lose you that much time. Sometimes you get a bit more speed, sometimes you get a bit less speed. It really is a nice corner to race in with these minis. As we see, Morimel's looking to try and get a move done at paddock kill on the Coops. Is it going to work? It doesn't indeed. He's going to have to fall in behind. A little bit of weight transfer there. Team into 51 looking to try and get a move done instead here. The attacker is now going to have to defend potentially, and he's going to lose a position here because Team into 51 on the inside of Morimel's, and Morimel's is going to lose his position down into P7, back up into P6, gets the run. Team into 51 has actually lost out big style there. Not sure what happened there. We'll see if we can have a look on the replay, but Team into 51, yeah, I'm not sure what happened. So Team into 51 here. And then it just lost a load of speed. Bogged down. Completely bogged down. That's all that was. So, the battle for P3. Chewy is still leading that battle for P3. And the two leaders, they have a serious gap at the moment. Let's jump further back because the battle is still happening in that mid-pack. If you ever look at Mini Madness, just look at the mid-pack. There's always action. That's all I can say, really. Is look, Grusa goes for the move on the Coops. Team into 51 was actually there as well. My word, a little bit of contact with the Jaffa Cake machine. The Coops gone all the way to the back there. Bit of contact. And into Druids we go. Morimel's round the outside at Druids. Trying to get the move done here. Going to have a better run, though, as we head towards Graham Hill. So going to get into that P5 position. A little bit of contact there with Team Inter. Oh, and a Grusa, a bit more contact with Team Inter 51 as well. Potentially going to be some penalties in this race. The Coops will have boost to catch up here. And Vagabond looking to try and get moves done here. Back up into P6. This is good for Vagabond. He needs this. He really does need it. Into the braking zone we go. And that Dragon machine gets it done. Although it cuts the corner a little bit there. We'll see if he gets a penalty for that. He does not. Right, okay, let's jump to the P3 battle. They've closed the gap a little bit to Rats. Rats have closed the gap a little bit to Kenny as well. Vagabond now has the fastest lap, I just spotted, although that may disappear with the Coops. We will see. But through paddock we go, and Denny's still on the back of that Mini. And Chewy under all sorts of pressure as a couple of the guys behind go into the gravel. And into Druids we go. This gap is closing up slowly but surely between these drivers now. They're settling in a little bit. We could have another finale on our hands here. Yes, Rapid Gator. That's a very good point. A lot of drivers have actually improved throughout this championship. Some names that I can definitely recognise that have improved. Din, especially. Din has really grown as a driver, I have to say. It's really, really good. As we just have Ram join. Ram's actually in the next split here. Oh, Agrusa had a bit of an issue there into the last corner. The Coops here trying to get a move done on Team into 51. Going to have to slipstream and Morimel's. Morimel's is going to have some action here with the Coops. The Coops going to make a few positions potentially as they head towards paddock once again. Is the Coops going to go around the outside at paddock? It's a very daring move. Doesn't actually goes invisible. There's going to be a bit of contact there between Team into 51 and the Coops because they went invisible. But the Coops managed to keep that position somehow. I'm not actually sure how. Now that gap for the lead looks very small now. It is indeed. Kenny is going to come under pressure towards the end of this race now. Could become a four-way scrap for the lead as we hit the closing stage of the race. As you see, Kenny runs a little bit wide here. That's going to give Rat an opportunity now. Only 0.2 of a second behind Kenny. Kenny's got a penalty as well. Is that penalty going to disappear before the end of the race? I think it might do, to be honest. We'll have to wait and see. Into the braking zone we go, and Kenny goes very defensive here. Rat's trying to go around the outside. I'm not sure that will work here. Kenny loses a 10th on that penalty. And look how close Rats is here now as we head towards start-finish time. I'm going to start lap number 13. Rats has got the slipstream here, and he's catching Kenny at a fair pace and knots. As we head towards start-finish time, Grusa looking to make moves further back. They're 3 wide further back. We focus on the leaders here. Kenny, Rats, Chewy, Din, they're all here. Paddock Hill, Bend. Kenny has to go defensive once again. Rat's going to have a very good overspeed here. Potentially going to try and go for the cutback here. As they head towards Druids. Looks like Rats has got the overlap here. Heading towards Druids. Rat's going for the move down the inside. Is he going to get it done? He is indeed. Rats into P1 here. Chewy follows Rats. Somehow Chewy gets through Rats as well. I'm not sure what actually happened there. Rats doesn't look too happy with Chewy with that move. Rats trying to go down the inside of Kenny into Graham Hill. That doesn't quite work. So Chewy now into the lead of this race with Kenny close behind. Rats is not happy here. Are the two Irishmen going to help each other out? Further back, Team into 51 and Murray Mills. They're fighting each other as well as we look at this four-way scrap for the lead. Kenny trying to get rid of that penalty. He's got 2 laps to do it in. I think it will disappear. It's not 3/10 off at the moment. Round we go. And Rats, I reckon, is going to look for a little bit of redemption here. He must do. But let's look at Kenny. Kenny will be closing up on Chewy. But Chewy currently leading the way in that Mr. Bean machine as they head towards that. Oh, a little bit of a flash for Kenny, trying to put Chewy off a little bit here as we head into paddock once again. Kenny trying to get rid of that penalty. Down to a 10th now. And it looks like Kenny got a bit... Oh, Chewy's off! Chewy is off! Chewy off at paddock, loses all those positions he gained, and Chewy's going to have to go defensive further back, and he's going to lose out to Murray Mills potentially as well, but Murray Mills has got a bit of a penalty, and Vagabond looking to get in on the action as well. Oh, there's a big fight here at the back, but let's jump back to the front battle. Kenny leading the way from Rats now. Rats looking for that redemption, was in the lead earlier on. We're on the penultimate lap here. As we head towards the end of Sector 2, is Rats going to go for the dive here? Or is he going to stay behind Kenny and try and go for it on the straight? Potentially Kenny goes very defensive here. Rat's going to try and go for the cutback. Oh, Kenny stops being a ghost just for a second here. Look how close Rats is. Look how close Din is. It's a 3-way fight for the lead here. And Chewy's down in P6. Chewy's lost out with that mistake at Paddock Hill. Let's see what happens. The flashing actually worked from Kenny there, I guess. But look at that. They're 3-4 wide further back. And Chewy's losing out on more positions. Rats goes around the outside. Paddock Hill is just going to work. No, Din down the inside of Rats. Going to get the move done here. Din, very opportunistic. Rats was trying to set up. It didn't work out. Din goes up into P2. Oh, Vagabond is off in the background here. Chewy up into P7. Kenny still leading the way here. Into Druids they go for the final time here. And Din potentially looking to make another move. Kenny wants a maximum score here. Din wants to take that away from him. Let's see what happens. Through Graham Hill we go. Line astern, 0.2 of a second. Who is going to be a race victor here? It's very, very close. It's 1.5 tenths now. It's going to be Kenny. It's going to be Din. It's going to be Rats. Pick now in chat. Who is it going to be? Kenny goes defensive. Din going for the long way round. Is he going to get the run here on Kenny? Let's wait and see. Looking to get the run. Oh my word, it's going to be extremely close here between these drivers. Looks like Din's got a bit of an overspeed here. Oh, but Kenny is a 10th ahead and actually pulling away. So it looks like it's going to be Kenny from Din, from Rats. Oh, Murray Mills just gets it from everybody else. What a finish to the race there. And who is at the back? Vagabond. I feel for Vagabond there on that last lap. My word. Oh, wow, my voice. But what a race there. What a finale there to that race. We do have 2 more races coming up. We do have 2 more races coming up. And my voice has to last those 2 races as well. Great race from the drivers there. It was kind of interesting. Rats was trying to set up Kenny. And Din was like, I'm having that one. And came down the inside at Paddock Hill. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant stuff by all the drivers there. Let's have a look at the final race results here for the feature race. Obviously, if there's any penalties, they will be looked at. But Kenny is your race victor just from Din there. Din nearly got it done. Rats in P3, Murray Moles in P4, the Coops P5, Chewy P6, Agrusa P17, Minter P8, Vagabond P9, and Martin B Racing in P10. So that's your first evening split. We are going to be having a second evening split. In fact, I am about to get that up on the screen for you in just a moment.